Sydney St. Clair in for Doug High. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We have a lot to get to today, but let's begin with that weather with meteorologist Ashley Cade. Ashley, we talked earlier, we've seen rain, snow, now wind. Are we in for anything else?
Well, this weekend, things looking a lot better. For today, some more cold temperatures is what we have in store. But yeah, we have seen that rain. We had a little bit of some snow this morning. Even here in Lexington, those flurries were flying, and it has been pretty windy. Those winds are going to start to calm down, though. But we can thank all of that to this big old cold front that moved through last night. It woke me up with that rain. But what really brought us some more active weather for the morning was a secondary cold front, which we can kind of track right here. And that pushed off to the east. It left our area late morning, so we haven't been dealing with it, but it's what brought us some of those colder temperatures, and it's what brought the winds back. So temperature change over these past 24 hours, I mean, pretty significant. We're about 20 to 25 degrees colder right now than we were at the same time yesterday. That's a pretty big difference. So what that means for us with temperatures is a lot of us have stayed stagnant. We haven't really warmed up at all. We've only cooled down. So we're still in the 20s here in Lexington, looking at 28 degrees there, and in Williamstown, 30 in Mount Sterling, and Frankfort near freezing, 32 in Danville, Richmond, Mount Vernon. Cold outside is basically all I have to say. It is frigid and chilly, and yeah, we still got those winds gusting as well. So wind chill temperatures for a lot of us are down even in the teens, feeling like 15 here in Lexington, 19 in Mount Sterling and Moorhead, as well as Frankfort and Williamstown, feeling like the 20s further south. Cold, cold, cold. You will want to bundle up heading out the door. We are not going to see temperatures moving really a whole lot as we go through our day today. We'll only get into those lower 30s by this afternoon and then into the overnight hours. I mean, really not a whole lot of a difference in temperature as we go throughout our day today. We will see a big difference though as we go to tomorrow. I already talked about it's going to be a little bit better, which is some good news for us. I'll have more on that weekend forecast as well as talk a little bit about our holiday forecast. That'll be just ahead.
All right, thanks, Ashley. We'll check in with you later for that. Well, the city of Lexington has reactivated its emergency winter weather plan to help the homeless stay warm. It calls for expanded emergency shelters and free Lextran rides to the shelters. The plan is designed to provide options and services for individuals experiencing homelessness when temperatures drop below freezing or during severe weather conditions. Well, Kentucky State Police arrested a Laurel County man Thursday evening in connection with a child sexual abuse material investigation. Troopers with KSP's electronic crime branch arrested 31-year-old Lloyd Vincent Riley just after 6 p.m. yesterday following an undercover internet crimes against children investigation. Police say the investigation began after Riley was identified as uploading sexually explicit images of juveniles online. A search warrant was executed at a residence in London where investigators seized electronic equipment believed to have been used in the crime. The items were sent to KSP's forensic laboratory for analysis. Riley is charged with one count of distributing matter portraying a minor under the age of 12 in a sexual performance, a Class C felony punishable by 5 to 10 years in prison. He was lodged in the Laurel County Detention Center. The investigation remains ongoing. And a suspect arrested after allegedly firing shots into a vehicle in Lexington during a road rage incident yesterday is due in court today. According to court records, 21-year-old Juan Godoy is scheduled for an arraignment this afternoon at 1. According to police, Godoy is accused of pulling out a gun yesterday morning and firing shots into a vehicle after allegedly speeding up next to it during a road rage incident in the Appian Court and Center Parkway area. Officers say the incident almost led to a crash. According to police, no one was hurt. Godoy is now facing a long list of charges, including wanton endangerment, driving with an expired license, and criminal mischief. Now to the Crime Stoppers most wanted person of the week. Lexington police are asking for the public's help in locating Dennis Gutierrez Villanueva. The 19-year-old has active warrants for first-degree reckless endangerment involving a firearm and participation in organized crime. Anyone with information is urged to contact Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. Tips can be made anonymously. And the Lexington Police Department is asking for the public's help to identify a man they would like to speak with regarding an incident that occurred on December 4th. Anyone who recognizes this man is urged to submit information anonymously through Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. Tips may be eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,500. In Richmond, the search continues for a woman wanted for questioning after a collision. According to police, officers want to ask this woman you see on your screen some questions in connection to a collision that happened at a CVS pharmacy last Tuesday. Police say the woman is not a suspect, but she could have some information to help identify the driver they're looking for. Officers say if you know who this woman is, to contact the Richmond Police Department. In national news, now to the suspect in the Brown University mass shooting found dead as law enforcement was closing in on him. ABC's Aaron Katursky has more details.
We got him.
This morning, the man who authorities said killed 2 Brown University students and then an MIT professor is dead after killing himself inside a storage unit where he may have hunkered down for days.
Our Providence neighbors can finally breathe a little easier.
The body of 48-year-old Claudio Nieves Valente was found Thursday night in a storage unit he rented in November. Officials say he was born in Portugal, became a lawful permanent resident of the United States living in Miami, and for a time studied physics at Brown.
He was admitted to Brown's graduate school to study in a Master's of Science PhD program in physics beginning on September 1st, 2000. And he took a leave of absence effective April 2001 before formally withdrawing effective July 31st, 2003.
Authorities say this is Nieves Valente on December 1st, renting a car in Boston. The FBI said he drove to Providence the same day, and cameras captured the car near the Brown campus over the next 2 weeks.
It was actually a video that provided us with a description of a vehicle.
Police released these images of a person who posted a tip about the car, saying police needed to look into a gray Nissan with Florida plates.
That person came forward and said he had information, that he was that person, and he had information that could help this case. And he blew this case right open.
The tipster told police he saw the suspect inside a bathroom at Brown the day of the shooting, describing the man's clothing as inappropriate and inadequate for the weather, and calling the man's skin weathered. Police said the suspect fired more than 40 rounds inside the engineering building, and 2 days later, investigators said the suspect's car was spotted in Brookline, Massachusetts, where MIT professor Nuno Lalero was shot and killed. Only this time, the car had a different license plate.
At some point while he was in Massachusetts, he switched the plates on the Nissan Sentra to an unregistered plate out of Maine.
Investigators said the killer also used credit cards in someone else's name and technology to prevent his phone from being tracked.
He was sophisticated in hiding his tracks.
The FBI says the shooter and the MIT professor attended the same university in Portugal, and the murder was caught on camera.
There was no doubt that he was the intended target.
Officials said there's no longer any danger to the public, and they hope the conclusion of the manhunt brings relief to 2 stunned New England communities. So authorities are confident they found the killer. They know he attended Brown. They know he crossed paths with the MIT professor, but officials say they still do not know the motive for either attack. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, Salem, New Hampshire.
Well, coming up, Ashley has a check of your full forecast, and we're going to the cave state of Missouri in today's 50 States in 50 Weeks tour, celebrating our nation's 250th anniversary. Keep it right here.
Come together now. All together.
Your customers are online right now. If your website is outdated or slow, they're calling your competitor. ABC 36 and Chart Local are teaming up to give one business a $5,000 website makeover. Modern, mobile-friendly, and focused on turning visitors into customers. Every qualified entry also gets 50% off a new website design if prepaid within 90 days. Scan the QR code or visit WTVQ.com/contest and claim your entry today. ABC 36 News Now, where better marketing builds better business.
I was involved in a devastating accident that involved a tractor trailer. I had no idea how to handle the insurance companies. I called Minter Vines, and they got me over $1.5 million.
Don't let the insurance companies confuse you. Let us handle this for you. We've got this.
The holiday holidays are here. Can you hear it?
Chia Pets, the pottery that grows. Just soak your chia, spread the seeds, water, and watch it grow. It's the iconic Homer and Marge Chia Pet. And what's that? American Gothic Chia Pet. Celebrate the country music great with Willie Nelson Chia Pet. And watch your money grow with Bitcoin Chia Pet. Chia Pets, the gift that grows.
Get Chia Pets at Walgreens, Lowe's, Sam's Club, and Walmart.
Family Feud presents great moments in Bad Answers.
Something Steve Harvey and The Rock have in common.
You're both actors on TV, Steve?
I ain't acting at all.
Family Feud.
This is really how I am.
Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
Well, before we get a little bit more into our forecast, I know a lot of people want to know about this weekend and about the holidays. We'll start first with our holiday countdown. Tonight is night 6 of Hanukkah, and happy Hanukkah to anybody who celebrates. We're 2 days away from that winter solstice coming up this Sunday. After that, we're going to start to gain more daylight each and every day until we get to that summer solstice. A lot of people looking forward to that. Kwanzaa is in exactly 7 days. The start of it is, and New Year's Eve is 12 days away. 12 days left after today in 2025. Hard to believe that 2026 right around the corner. And then, of course, the big one, we have to talk about it. Christmas is 6 days away, less than a week now. Hard to believe, but very exciting. I've been listening to my Christmas music, and I know several people who are looking to get out and do some last-minute shopping, so we'll talk about that forecast now and what you might expect as you're heading out the door. We're going to go to the past first. These past 24 hours, what we've seen with rainfall, we've gotten quite a bit. Of course, any of my sensors that say 0, we're going to ignore those because not true. We saw about an inch across a lot of the bluegrass. Here in Lexington, about 1.5, 1.5 inches almost. And some of that rain was from this morning. We had some cold fronts that moved through, that big one last night around 9 p.m. here in Lexington. It woke me up from my sleep. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. After that, things kind of calmed down. Then we had this secondary cold front, which we can kind of just barely see here, that pushed out this morning. It brought the wind back. It brought us our cold temperatures, brought us a little bit more rain, and even a little bit of snow for this morning. But since then, we're starting to see all of our cloud cover slowly retreating. We can see some more of those clear skies almost making it into the bluegrass. Some of us probably starting to see sunshine. The rest of us will slowly follow as we go through the afternoon. Temperatures are in those 30s for most of us, some in the 20s, like here in Lexington, 28 and up in Williamstown and Flemingsburg as well. We're going to continue to see temperatures pretty much right along where we are right now. We've stayed stagnant through the morning. We're going to stay pretty stagnant through this afternoon as well. Maybe a little bit of some fluctuation. We are starting to see winds become a little bit more calm. Still definitely breezy and blustery, but not quite as bad as this morning. I mean, man, this morning around 7, 8 a.m., we had winds that were gusting up to 40 miles an hour. Now we're only down to 20 with only a few places gusting up to 30. We'll kind of continue to see that through these early afternoon hours. That is going to cause us to have a little bit of a wind chill. So we're going to be feeling more like those lower 20s, maybe even the teens for some of us. Cold out there, very frigid, so you'll want to make sure you're bundling up. Again, temperatures not budging much. We'll stay in those low 30s, upper 20s pretty much all through today and into tonight as well. Even though we're going to be in those 20s for tonight, it's not going to be too bad as we head into our Saturday. We are going to start to see some sunshine again for us for today. We'll see that sticking around into this weekend. And notice those winds calming down into the overnight and turning to be out of the south. They're going to really pick back up as we head towards Saturday afternoon. Very breezy for our afternoon, but since they're coming out of the south, they're bringing us some warmer air. So temperatures actually looking like they're going to be in those mid-50s, feeling quite nice. And with that sunshine, I mean, the mall's of course already going to be busy with people last minute shopping, but I think it's going to be even busier with people wanting to get out in these lovely temperatures, especially compared to what we started the week with. Then as we head overnight into Sunday, maybe a few clouds here and there, temperatures starting off in the 20s yet again. Winds switching to be a little bit more out of the north, not so breezy, just a light breeze out there, and so that's going to cause temperatures a tad bit cooler. We're in the mid-40s. Still not too bad, though. As we head into the start of next week and the start of probably holiday travel season, it's not looking too bad in terms of our travel forecast. Today and tomorrow, we're just looking at those winds. Definitely 2 hands on the wheel for both days, just so you don't get blown around, but still not too bad. Same for Sunday, looking nice and calm. As we go towards the start of next week, we're looking at the chance for some showers. Going to be a couple different systems that'll get close, might get close enough to bring us some rain. Nothing set in stone yet. That could change, but as of right now, we've got some little rain chances in there. Definitely rain and not snow, though, because look at those temperatures continuing to trend in those 50s.
All right, thanks, Ashley. You know, I'm looking forward to that warm Christmas because that's what I'm used to. All right, well, now it's the next stop on our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour, celebrating our nation's 250th anniversary. ABC's Rhiannon Alley is bringing us to the cave state of Missouri.
Here in the cave state, this breathtaking subterranean scenery is enough to unlock anyone's inner Indiana Jones. Missouri is home to more than 7,500 documented caves, with dozens of them open to the public. But in Springfield, there is one unique attraction that you won't find anywhere else in the country.
There's 4 caves in the world you can ride through, and we're the only ones here in North America.
The fantastic caverns are traversed in these bright red Jeep-drawn trams, guided by cave enthusiasts like Candace Ingendron.
It's beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous, beautiful. And we get people from all over the country that come here. A Jeep-drawn trailer can take people through, and you can see more in that 1 hour than you can just walking through the cave.
I hopped in the passenger seat to see what makes these caverns so fantastic.
How beautiful.
First discovered in 1862 by a hunting dog named Juno, the massive cave is intertwined with the state's history.
We were the second cave in the country to have electricity.
And the first explorers are part of women's history.
We're going to see where the first explorers wrote their names on the wall.
12 young ladies were the first to survey the caverns in 1867, their names forever etched into the stone walls.
That's incredible.
We don't know a whole lot about them other than that there was a newspaper written about them, that this was the largest cave that they had ever seen.
And conservation and education is a key part of the tours.
That's a big part of really our mission statement here, is to keep people informed, educate children on what purpose caves serve in our day-to-day life, and keep them interested in it so we can keep places like this safe and clean and accessible for generations to come.
But it's the accessibility of the attraction that has made the fantastic cavern so remarkable for more than 6 decades.
When you're visiting most caves, there's a trek involved. You have to hike downstairs, hike upstairs, crouch, duck, crawl. Your grandparents can come through here, an infant child can come through here. The fact that we can reach that many people makes this a really special place.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News.
I'm here with Leandra, and today we're going to be talking about roof ventilation. So, Leandra, let's talk about this. Why is proper roof ventilation so important for homeowners?
I love talking about ventilation. It gets me so excited. Ventilation is so important and so underrated. I think a lot of people don't have a lot of information about it, but ventilation is kind of 2-part. There's exhaust and intake. So a lot of people, if they think about exhaust, they might see box vents or know about continuous ridge vents, but then you also have your soffits and your eaves that allow air to come in. So if we're talking ventilation overall, it's important for so many reasons. That's for managing moisture, like condensation buildup. It's for managing heat, the sense of what you're feeling in your house, not just your attic, but certainly also the attic. But then it also, having that proper balance of ventilation, intake, and exhaust is essential to maintain your home on the inside and the outside. So not having proper ventilation might mean weird smells in your house. It might mean having an uneven heat distribution or having your HVAC system work overtime, which then is going to affect your wallet. So ventilation is essential and is most efficiently changed or modified when you're getting your roof done.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that you want to know about it. You want to have the proper knowledge about it so you can make those decisions when it's time.
Very good. And for folks out there that need attention to their roof and have questions about this, where do they need to go for more information?
You can either go to thoroughbredroofs.com or you can give the folks at Thoroughbred Roofs a call.
When I die, forget the stairway to heaven. I want to ride that house. I want to ride that house. I want to ride that house.
I want to swim there.
Only black people will swim. Family Feud.
Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. Where delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
We are America's exterior remodeler and ready to transform your house into your dream home.
We offer entry doors, patio doors, and siding.
With a variety of options, you'll find the perfect window or door for your home. Our expert installation services are second to none. Let one of our design consultants give you a free in-home estimate. If you're considering new replacement windows or vinyl siding for your home, look to the company that stood the test of time. Window World of Lexington. Simply the best for less.
'Twas December at Bob's when savers do seek. Stylish finds great for gifting.
And pieces so chic. Give the gift of happy hosting with my Homeworks Kitchen Island. Or total relaxation with my Brady Gliding Recliner. The style queens will love my channel tufted aspen sofa. I even got gifts for the kiddos, like my Super Cozy Sploosh chair and Chadwick bunk bed. So holiday the Bob's way for haggle and hassle-free gifting.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture. Skyrizi is the only IL-23 inhibitor proven to help achieve remission, meaning few to no symptoms in just 4 weeks for some people. Many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 4 years. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help visibly repair damage of the intestinal lining.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Welcome back. Well, The Brokerage is a boutique brokerage helping people across Kentucky with all of their real estate needs. Joining us today is Realtor Natalie Cusick to tell us more about the up-and-coming spring real estate market. Natalie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So, you know, we're talking about real estate. Tell me a little bit about what we're seeing so far with interest rates this year.
Well, we really need to just accept that the 6% mark is just going to be the new mark.
Okay.
So they're about 6 1/4 today, and they'll be in the low 6s coming for the spring market, depending on your loan type.
Okay, so, you know, not too much of a change. Not too much of a change. So what's the biggest thing you're seeing right now in the local market?
The biggest thing right now is that homes are not selling in like 2 hours like they did last year. So big thing with that is we really have got to get these houses prepped for the spring market. That is the biggest thing you need to do first. And if you need help with that, give me a call. I can help you stage. That's going to be huge this year. We used to not have to do very much of it. But I think that's just going to be the #1 thing to get your house sold this year is make sure that it's staged right.
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, what are 3 things that sellers should be doing when they're getting ready to sell their home?
Well, right now they can be purging. You want to get your house as empty as possible because you want to open it up and really show the buyer the style of home that you have. Purging, cleaning, and then staging would be the 3rd part. And you can get a realtor in there. You can get any interior designer just help you move your stuff around. It doesn't necessarily mean taking your couches and your bed out and everything like that, but using what you have to really showcase your property.
And how do you guys help along with those steps, if needed?
With staging?
Yeah.
So some realtors offer it as part of their listing package. I do, and you can either have a grand scale staging, which that might cost you, but what I offer is a light staging utilizing your own things, and I bring a few pieces in myself. So really, it's up to the realtor.
Okay. And as a realtor, you know, what's your favorite part of getting to help people buy and sell homes?
Well, here we are talking about staging again. That's actually my favorite part.
Yeah.
This is how I started real estate. I decorated Christmas trees for so many people, and someone said, maybe you should stage homes. And
speaking of Christmas trees,
yes.
she decorated the tree right behind us.
Yes, so, and it fell over, so sorry.
It's okay, it still looks great, it still looks great.
So that's kind of how it started, and a friend suggested that I do staging for homes, and I thought, well, might as well just do real estate too, and I can just make it all one that I do.
Well, awesome, that sounds like so much fun. Well, going into the real estate side of that, what are some things that you are excited for and looking forward to in the new year?
I'm excited that people are going to finally accept that 6% mark. So I think there's going to be a little bit more movement, whereas we've kind of been stagnant and some homes are kind of sitting on the market right now. But I think if you just get the right agent in there, showcase your home, open it up, brighten it up, you got to really just showcase it.
Okay. And on the other side, instead of selling, what are some things people can look out for and what they should do when they're planning on buying?
Oh, you definitely need to get with a lender first and get pre-approved. That is the first step. And then if you can't get pre-approved, there are ways that they can help you get pre-approved for the future, even like 3 months, 6 months. People just think automatically, I can't get pre-approved, so I can never buy a house again. It's not as hard as you think it is.
All right, and what is the most important part about picking who your realtor is?
Well, someone you know and trust would be a great start. You know, asking your neighbor, who did you use? Asking your best friend, who did you use? Things like that. I mean, you can Google and it'll take you to the top 10 agents in town.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You can just, whoever you want. But there's a lot of us. There's like 4,000 agents in town.
But, you know, that's a lot of people just from, and like she said, get somebody you trust.
Yes.
Because that's a
just
big,
ask around.
Big thing to go for.
Yes, your number one purchase.
All right, guys. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for joining me today and telling me a little bit more about the market. I'm not in the market of buying a home, but I've learned more for when I do plan on buying a home.
Call me.
She will be my first call when I plan on buying a home. All right, Natalie, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Guys, stick around. We have more coming up after the break.
ABC 36 Community Spotlight is brought to you by CHI St. Joseph Health, caring for our community with human kindness.
Something you might be holding while watching Family Feud.
Remount.
For what? You don't change the channel when I'm on there.
Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
Ho, ho, hold up. Dreaming of a cozy small town holiday? Visit historic downtown Georgetown, Kentucky. Stroll charming streets, shop locally for perfect gifts, and discover the holiday magic this season at georgetownky.com.
When I die, forget the stairway to heaven. I want to ride that house. I want to ride that house. I want to ride that house.
I want to swim there.
And the black people will swim. Family Feud.
Weekdays at 10, 4, and 7:30 on ABC 36.
What if you could whiten your teeth by simply brushing your teeth? Now you can with Smile Actives, the teeth whitening breakthrough that safely gets your teeth white and keeps them white every day just by brushing your teeth.
I never thought that whitening my teeth could be so easy. I just put the gel on the brush, the toothpaste on it, brush, and I can see my white teeth.
Simply add Smile Actives to any toothpaste and our patented PolyClean technology activates into a powerful microfoam that penetrates into the enamel surface to safely lift and remove stains.
You need a simple way to whiten your teeth. Without strips, without trays, without going to the dentist. And it was about time that a product was developed that you would be able to do that with just brushing.
And now Smile Actives is even better with new Pro Whitening Gel with 33% greater whitening power, clinically shown to whiten teeth faster, up to 8 shades. 100% of users saw whiter teeth. on food stains, coffee and wine stains, even on veneers, crowns, and dentures.
I eat the blueberries, I drink the coffee, and I know that Smile Actives will keep my teeth white every day.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Why spend hundreds of dollars for whitening treatments at the dentist when now you can whiten your teeth with new Smile Actives Pro Whitening Gel every time you brush your teeth? Call or go to smileactives.com and for a limited time get new Pro Whitening Gel for just $24.95. Order in the next 5 minutes and buy one, get one absolutely free for just $24.95. That's 2 for 1 and save 58%. We'll even include free shipping. Get your teeth whiter guaranteed or return it within 60 days for your money back.
I smile every day now.
The difference is literally night and day.
So now I'm always smiling, always choosing, because now my teeth are much whiter.
This offer is not available in stores, so call or click now before the special buy one, get one free offer goes away.
Hoping that you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Welcome back. Well, now let's take a look at who's making news in the world of entertainment. Here's Douglas Hyde with the Hollywood Minute.
Harrison Ford's blockbuster films have earned him millions of fans. Now the screen icon is getting some major love from his acting peers. The Screen Actors Guild is giving him its highest honor, the Life Achievement Award. Ford will pick up his prize in March at the Guild's Actor Awards, which will stream live on Netflix. It's time to light the lights. The Muppets are set to return with a new music and comedy special. Sabrina Carpenter will join Kermit and Company for the big event, which arrives February 4th on Disney Plus and ABC.
Sherlock Holmes, sir. It's an unusual name.
Here's a first look at the upcoming Prime Video series Young Sherlock. The show tells the famed detective's origin story involving a globe-trotting mystery from his Oxford University days. Guy Ritchie, who directed the 2 Sherlock films starring Robert Downey Jr., serves as executive producer and helmed the first 2 episodes. Young Sherlock debuts in March. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Well, the governor of Tennessee has pardoned Jelly Roll, rapper turned country music star. Jelly Roll, whose real name is Jason Defford, was convicted of robbery as a juvenile. He was granted parole in 2005. While on parole, he was charged and convicted with possession with intent to sell cocaine and finished serving that sentence in 2016. The governor pardoned 32 other people as well. Well, guys, don't go anywhere. We've got more news at noon after the break. Keep it here.
I'm here in downtown Maysville with Caroline Reeves, the Main Street Director. Let's talk about what you guys have going on this holiday season.
Well, Erica, I'm so happy that you're here this time of year because we like to think Maysville's always magical, but it is in overdrive around the Christmas season. The streets are lined with lights and bows, and a lot of people tell us it looks like a Hallmark movie. There are plays at the Opera Theater. There's the Miniatures Gallery right down the street. We say some of the prettiest Christmas trees in Maysville are only about this tall. And then, of course, our stars are the shops that we have. You can shop for anything here, and it's more important to shop local now than ever.
Yeah, let's kind of talk more about that, supporting local and such a big push that you guys have in downtown Maysville right now.
Right. Well, we're lucky to have so many shops like this one. We're here at Merle Norman, and it has been around for generations, and it just keeps going and changing, and that's sort of the thing that we need to keep things going and to keep things different and alive and vital. There's a little bit of everything downtown, and as we know, you can buy anything online, but when you come into a downtown like this and come into a local store where you know the shop owner and you know where your money's going to go, that gift is just a little more special for everyone.
It truly is. Caroline, thank you.
Brakes for less. You get more for less. How much more? New brake pads on all 4 wheels. Resurfaced rotors, a brake fluid top-off, plus a parts and labor warranty, all for as low as $239. Our expert technicians do thousands of brake jobs a week and provide prompt, speedy service. Hurry, schedule your free brake inspection today. Less waiting, less stress, less cost. Brakes for less gives you more for less.
When someone you love needs a little extra help, trust matters most. At Fuller's Family Home Care, we treat your family like our own, providing compassionate, dependable care right where your loved ones feel safest, at home. Whether it's companionship, personal care, or just a helping hand, we're here to make life easier and brighter every day. Fuller's Family Home Care. Care you can count on, family you can trust.
ABC this holiday. 'Tis the season for festive fun.
Yes!
So grab your candy canes.
Are you with me? Ow! Deal, I'm in.
Because this holiday lineup
O'er the fields we go!
is sure to be
Practically perfect in every way.
We've put up the lights.
Oh my goodness!
And the dance floor is ready. So let the kids stay up late. Because school is on break.
I'm already 2 nogs deep. Dean Martin playing in the background. Looks so good!
The whole family's invited.
This is my family.
For the biggest events, fun, and games, and a little holiday magic.
Let's go!
Santa's sure to bring something for everyone.
Toys! Cha-ching! Let's spread some cheer!
Incredible, isn't it? I love giving Christmas gifts. I am Santa Claus, you know.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Spend the holidays with us at ABC 36 News Now. Time for News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Well, welcome back to News at Noon. I'm Sydney St. Clair in for Doug High. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We have a lot to get to today, so let's begin with weather with meteorologist Ashley Cade, because, you know, we've had basically every type of weather event out there today.
Yeah, we've gone through the whole gambit, and we even started off with temperatures this morning that were warmer than what we're seeing now. When we were heading into work at, 4 in the morning, it was like 40 degrees.
Can
now,
handle that.
Yeah, a little bit better, but now the 30s is what we're dealing with. So a bummer for us, especially given that it was so nice yesterday and the day before. The 30s just, I don't want it. We can get rid of it, but we won't have to deal with it for very long. This weekend is going to be looking a little bit better. Right now we're in those lower 30s further to the north, like Rowan County and Franklin County. The further east you are, the more cloud cover you're seeing. Again, Rowan County and then also Knott County, a little bit of Franklin County is still got that cloud cover, but notice how down towards the southwest, Pulaski County, getting a little bit more of that sunshine. We are going to continue to see those clouds clearing as we go through the afternoon, clearing from west to east. Now temperatures across the region, pretty frigid. That's following that cold front, and I mean, guess where it is? I'll give you a second. Yeah, right there. That distinct line between the green and the blue is where that cold front is pushing through. Here's another way that you can see it. Those winds really showing along that front, and just behind it, winds very gusty. Now that that front has been moving off, we are going to start to see winds calming down a little bit into our afternoon. Still very breezy, not quite as gusty, I don't think, as they were this morning, though. And they're going to continue to calm down as we go through the evening. So there's our main cold front that we had moving through, pushing off into the Atlantic now, but it's that secondary cold front, that one that we were just looking at just to the east of West Virginia. That's what brought us our cold temperatures, and it's what brought us those winds as well. So yeah, a lot of us are seeing that big temperature difference from what we saw the same time yesterday. Right now we're about 25 degrees colder than we were at around 12:30 yesterday. Brr, and you can feel it heading outside. As I already mentioned, we're looking better for the weekend. I'll have more on the weekend forecast. That'll be just ahead.
All right, thanks, Ashley. We'll check in with you later for that. Well, an ABC 36 update now on the future of the Stables program at the Kentucky Horse Park and the STEM academies with Fayette County Public Schools. According to the district, the school board voted last night to support Superintendent Dr. Demetrius Liggins' recommendations to keep the Stables program open for at least another year. Liggins proposed the district either identify alternative funding for the Stables or close the program after the 2026-27 school year. The board also voted to support Liggins' recommendations for the George Washington Carver STEM Academy for boys and Rise STEM Academy for girls. The recommendations include completing the Versailles Road building as planned for the girls and pausing plans for improvement at the former Johnson Elementary School, the current location for the boys. Liggins also wants the district to look for a possible new location for the Carver Academy and to temporarily relocate it next fall to the Rise building while keeping it separate from the girls. You can read more about last night's votes on the Fayette County Public Schools website. And a traffic advisory now for Lexington drivers in the Rosemont Garden area. According to the city, Rosemont Garden from Lafayette Parkway to Cherry Bark Drive will be closed for a few more months. Officials say the current closure has been extended to early February as crews work on upgrading a sanitary sewer line on Wolf Run Creek. According to officials, drivers should continue using Cherry Bark Drive and Southland Drive as a detour. In Lexington, today is graduation day for University of Kentucky students. And according to the school, the first commencement ceremony was this morning at 10 o'clock. There will be another held at 3 this afternoon downtown at Rupp Arena. Officials say nearly 1,300 graduates registered. According to UK, ceremonies will be live streamed on YouTube and on the school's commencement website. Meanwhile, police say anyone traveling in the area should expect heavy traffic and delays. And congratulations to all of the graduates there. Well, in national news, today is the day for the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files, which amount to several 100,000 documents. ABC's Olivia Rubin has those details.
Today, after years of delay, the Department of Justice set to release the files it has on Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex offender with ties to some of the world's most powerful men. The Trump administration had been resisting release of the files, but after public and political pressure, including from survivors, the president signing the Epstein Files Transparency Act.
It was the women survivors who are here with us tonight who passed this bill.
Today, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche telling Fox News not everything will be released today as required by law. Instead, he said the Justice Department would, quote, release more documents over the next couple of weeks. The new law does allow for portions to be omitted or redacted to protect victim identities. The DOJ files are separate from documents Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have been releasing from the Epstein estate over the last several weeks. Yesterday, they released dozens more photos, including of Epstein's passport and this image of Epstein surrounded by young women. They previously released these photos from the estate of President Trump, a longtime friend of Epstein. After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said the two hadn't spoken in more than a decade after a falling out. Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, telling Vanity Fair the president is in the files, but, quote, not in the file doing anything awful.
Everybody knew this man. He was all over Palm Beach. He has photos with everybody. I mean, almost there are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him. So that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
And President Trump has also publicly ordered an investigation into Democrats associated with Epstein, a move that could allow DOJ to withhold some records as well. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Back in Kentucky, a historic Ten Commandments monument has been returned to the state capitol grounds in Frankfort. According to officials, the monument was returned earlier this week for a permanent display in Monument Park. It follows its restoration after it was put in storage during construction in the 1980s. The Fraternal Order of Eagles donated the monument to the state in 1971. In Nicholasville, the Jessamine County Homeless Coalition is hosting a free community Christmas dinner later today. According to the organization, the event will be held from 4 until 7 tonight at the Jessamine County Public Library. Organizers say more than 750 meals are expected to be served. And Winter Village at Gatton Park became the backdrop for a special holiday moment Wednesday night when Art proposed to Marilyn during the event's festivities. The proposal took place inside a cozy igloo as Gatton Park's Christmas tree light show illuminated the scene. The couple have been neighbors for more than 40 years and grew closer in recent years after each lost a spouse. They now enjoy attending church, social events, plays, and musical shows together. Event organizers say they were thrilled Winter Village could play a role in the milestone and wish the couple many years of happiness.